Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to my reading journey. Today, we're beginning a new story, a municipal report. So, it's a long story. I expect around 5 parts, so let's begin. The cities are full of pride, challenging each to each. This from her mountainside, that from her burdened beach. Burdened, burdened. R. Kipling. Fancy a novel about Chicago or Buffalo, let us say, or Nashville, Tennessee. There are just three big cities in the United States that are story cities: New York, of course, New Orleans, and best of the lot, San Francisco. Frank Norris. East is East, and West is San Francisco, according to Californians. Californians are a race of people, they are not merely inhabitants of a state. They are the southerns of the West. Now, Chicagans are no less loyal to their city, but when you ask them why, they stammer and speak of lake fish and the new Odd Fellows building. But Californians go into detail. Of course, they have in the climate an argument that is good for half an hour while you are thinking of your coal bills and heavy underwear. But as soon as they come to mistake your silence for conviction, conviction, madness comes upon them, and they picture the city of the Golden Gate as the Baghdad of the New World. So far, as a matter of opinion, no refutation is necessary. Refutation. But dear cousins, all from Adam and Eve descended, it is a rush. One who will lay his finger on the map and say, in this town there can be no romance. What could happen here? Yes, it is a bold and rash deed to challenge. In one sentence, history, romance, and Rand and McNally. Nashville, a city, port of delivery, and the capital of the state of Tennessee, is on the Cumberland River and on the NC and St. Louis, probably, and the L and A railroads. This city is regarded as the most important educational center in the South. I stepped off the train at 8 p.m., having searched the thesaurus, thesaurus in vain for adjectives. I must, as a substitution, high, high, HIE, high me, to comparison in the form of a recipe, recipe, recipe. Take off London fog, 30 parts. Malaria, 10 parts. Gas leaks, 20 parts. Dewdrops gathered in the backyard at sunrise, 24 parts, 25 parts. Odor of honeysuckle, 15 parts. Makes. This mixture will give you an approximate concentration of a natural drizzle. 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 Drizzle, drizzle, drizzle. It's not so fragrant as a mothball nor as thick as pea soup, but this enough. It will serve. I went to an hotel in a tumbril, tumbril, tumbril. It requires strong self suppression for me to keep from climbing to the top of it and giving an imitation of Sydney Carton. Carton. The vehicle was drawn by beasts of a bygone era, bygone era, and driven by something dark and uh, em- emancipated. Emancipated. I was sleepy and tired, so when I got to the hotel, I hurriedly paid it the 50 cents it demanded, with approximate language. I assure you, I knew its habits, and I did not want to hear it prate about its own old master, master, or anything that happened before the war. The hotel was one of the kind described as renovated. That means 20,000 worth of new marble pillars, ceiling, ceiling, electric lights, and brass cuspiders. Cuspiders. Remember this word. In the lobby, and a new L and N timetable and lithograph. Lithograph of Lookout Mountain in each one of the great rooms above. The management was without reproach. The attention full of exquisite, exquisite, exquisite southern courtesy, courtesy, courtesy. The service as slow as the progress of a snail and a good humored as rip one winkle. The food was worth traveling 1,000 miles for. There is no other hotel in the world where you can get such chicken livers and bruschetta. At dinner, I asked a negro waiter if there was anything doing in town. He pondered gravely for a minute and then replied, "Well, boss, I don't really reckon there is anything at all doing after sundown." Sundown had been accomplished. It had been drowned in the drizzle long before. So that spectacle was denied me. But I went forth upon the streets in the diesel so to see what might be there. It's built on undulating grounds. Undulating grounds. And the streets are lighted by electricity at cost of 32,470 per annum. As I left the hotel, there was a race riot. Down upon me charged a company of freedmen, or Arabs, or Zulus, armed with no. I saw with the relief relief that they were not there were not rifles but whips. And I saw dimly, a caravan of black, clumsy vehicles, and the reassuring shouts. Car you anywhere in town, boss? For 50 cents. I reasoned that I was merely a fare instead of a victim. I walked through the long streets, all leading uphill. I wondered how those streets ever came down again. Perhaps they didn't until they were graded. On a few of the main streets I saw lights in stores here and there. So streetcars go by conveying worthy bur- burgers, heater, bur- burgers, heater, burgers, hit her, and yawn. So people pass engaged in the art of conversation and heard a burst of semi-lively laughter issuing from a soda water and ice cream parlor. The streets, other than Maine, seemed to have antis, antised, antised, antis, antiqued. Upon their borders, houses consecrated, con- consecrated to peace and domesticity. In many of them, lights shone behind discreetly down window shades. And a few pianos tinkled, tinkled orderly and irreproachable, irreproachable music. There was indeed little doing. I wished I had come before sundown, so I returned to my hotel. All right, we're gonna continue tomorrow, guys, and come back. See you. Bye. Thanks.